And welcome back to the Big Saturday Show. The liberal media predictably melting down over the Supreme Court ruling. But what wasn't so predictable, the shocking defense of abortion by a CNN contributor and co-host of The View, Ana Navarro.
I have a brother who's 57 and has the mental and motor skills of a 1-year-old. And I have a step-granddaughter who was born with Down syndrome. And I've got another step-grandson who is very autistic. Their mothers and people who are in that society, who are in that community, will tell you that they considered suicide because that's how difficult it is to get help. And so why can I be Catholic and still think this is a wrong decision? Because I'm American.
Well, she's also an uninformed American, Lara, because she's talking about autism, and the average age of diagnosis of an autistic child is about 2 to 3 years of age.
Right.
And so that doesn't make any sense whatsoever. She's suggesting that there's some screening tests in utero for children with autism. There is not. What about the fact that children are born with Down syndrome every single day and the life expectancy is up to 60 years old? Our friend Rachel Campos Duffy has a beautiful little girl with Down syndrome. Has she actually even spoken to any of these mothers?
Well, apparently this is in her family. That's the most shocking part of this. I mean, let me tell you, the next family gathering is going to be a little uncomfortable. If this is how you're talking about your family members on national television. You're exactly right. She has no idea what she's talking about very clearly when it comes to autism. And so the idea that you're just going to abort a baby, I guess, is the suggestion that all of these members of her family could have aborted their children. That's sick. That's disgusting. I had a neighbor who had Down syndrome growing up, and what you find is that people that have Down syndrome children will often tell you they're a gift. Yeah. These are the most loving, happy, joyful people that you'll ever meet. I still have the fondest memories of my neighbor Andy growing up, and so it's really sad that anyone would ever suggest that a member of their family, let alone a human being, would be treated like she just described. It's disgusting.
Well, and Trace, there are medical conditions. There are fetal medical conditions that are not compatible with life. There are also medical conditions that could put the mother's life at jeopardy. That's not what we're talking about here. And even in the states that are putting these, that right now have restrictions in place for abortion, the far majority of states allow abortion through the first trimester and many through the second trimester. But yet the media's portrayal of the restrictions on abortion does not reflect reality.
You know, and it's amazing because you look at the landscape and just kind of doubling down on what Lara said there is that Ana Navarro, you know, she's talking about her family, but she's intimating that you know, people with fetuses with disabilities should all just be aborted. You think, what is the motion? What are you trying to say there? And, you know, you say about these kids with Down syndrome, we have a family we know with Down syndrome, and this kid has been a huge gift to this family. Right. I mean, a huge gift to this family. And secondly, didn't CNN say they were going to go and start covering news again? Oh. At what point did we say we're going to start covering news, and now they're doing all this left-wing stuff, and nobody said a word to this woman as she's saying this? It kind of shocks me. I mean, I would think that Michael Avenatti being in prison would have been enough for CNN to say that our Supreme Court coverage hasn't been stellar over the past couple of years. Maybe we should switch things up a little. Back on topic, you're exactly right. It is one of those shameful statements that should be condemned by a lot of people.
Well, David, I want to have you take a look at this. The media is melting down, blaming voters right now for what they are seeing. Take a look, and I want to get your reaction after.
Sure.
This is as devastating a ruling as can be imagined.
It's a very dark day in America.
They have eliminated the constitutional right to an abortion.
It's a heartbreaking betrayal of half of the country. Sorry, I'm getting, watching the women there. It's emotional.
What it's going to mean is that there are two countries, that there are quite literally red states and blue states.
None of this should be a surprise. Why? Because we warned you. Every time we told you to vote and pointed to this decades-old Republican promise when Obama was blocked from placing a judge on the Supreme Court, when the overgrown Oompa Loompa was voted into office, when Gorsuch, Kavanaugh, and the real-life handmaiden Amy Coney Barrett were nominated and confirmed, we tried to tell you. And now, here we are.
So, David, let me tell you, so they're right. Voters did do this. This is a great distraction from the fact that there's still a baby formula shortage. The price of bread is unaffordable for many families. Right. Most people can't afford gas right now. So it's a good distraction.
Well, it's not only a good distraction for them, but it's pushing the lie. Look at what we just saw there. What you saw were a bunch of people, pseudo-journalists, pundits, opinion makers, whatever, pushing lies. And they're going to keep doing this because it serves their purpose. But to what end? They're right. The voters made a choice. The voters put an elected official in office, and Democrat voters or leftist voters didn't put enough of their people in office. What does that tell you? They're losing the battle to the middle of America. Yes, you have the extremes on both sides in a lot of topics in America, but where do you end up with most Americans falling in the middle, center right, center left, agreeing and disagreeing on issues and crossing the lines at times? And that scares them because we're supposed to be afraid, angry, and what they can't do is gin up that anger enough with the middle of America.
And the reporting is incorrect. I mean, you look at these clips and the reporting is incorrect again and again.
But, you know, Tracy, it's incorrect if you misstate something. It's a lie if you repeat it continually to drive a narrative. You're a reporter. You repeat the facts and restate the facts. They repeat the lie.
Anything for the midterms for them, I'm sure.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.